Before we start, if this is your first time to the channel and you would like to learn more about FreeBSD and the journey to a better desktop and server, then please hit subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out. I've only covered MidnightBSD twice on this channel, and both times it was less than a stellar experience. But not one to give up a challenge, I decided to give MidnightBSD another try, and it didn't turn out too bad. Right, I'm on the usual test machine. I'm going to boot up the install USB drive containing MidnightBSD, and this version is 2.1.5. We'll see how it works. I think I've been a bit too harsh on MidnightBSD in the past. I think I went into it expecting a GhostBSD experience. So really, I'm going to approach this with a fresh set of eyes, as it were, and we'll see how it works for us. The main developer, Lucas Holt, he puts a lot of time and effort into MidnightBSD, and my previous reviews, although wasn't fantastic, I didn't want to insult the gentleman because he does put a lot of work into it. Right, I can tell right from the start, as you can see in the top left-hand corner, the welcome screen has been improved. It's only a little fix, but it shows you that things have been moving in the right direction. You get the usual install shell and live CD options. We'll pick install, and we'll go down to UK key map. This is not a full review. I'm just going to give a quick overview and see what we can find. A host name is test, and there is a difference in the distribution selection screen. You get more options, and some options have been removed, so there's no games now. Basically the same, and a few more debug options, which is useful. So I'm going to select lib32 and mports, of course. This is the same as before, so auto ZFS, and go down to choose stripe, select that drive, and the rest we can leave. Yeah, can leave at default. And proceed, and are we sure? Yes. Okay, and I'll fast forward this bit. It doesn't take long anyway, but you know, for the sake of brevity. Right, okay, onto the password part. User setup. I'm going to put in the root password. This is all pretty standard. It's good stuff. It's detected the interface. We'll do IPv4, no DHCP. Right, no IPv6. Put in the network configuration. And select the clock. Right, so system configuration. Most of these, I'll get rid of dump dev, but the rest I'm going to leave on. And system hardening, well, I'm going to disable send mail, syslogd, and clean the temp file. And randomize the period of newly created devices. Yep. Add an account. Fantastic. No. Right. And I think that's it. And if I remember correctly, we should get an option asking on the next boot whether we want to install a GUI, which we do. So everything's looking the same as it has before, with a few alterations to some of the options in the install screens. And we get the usual yellow text saying, would you like to report your install via BSD stats? Well, sometimes I say yes, but on this occasion I'll say no. Do you wish to enable graphical environment? Yes. And it's at this point where I've had problems before, so we'll see how this works. Everything seems to be downloading, which is good. Do you want to activate monthly reporting in periodic.com? No. I don't want to install the stats this time. I don't want to know on reboot. It's already asked if you want BSD stats. Now it's asking you again, but okay, no again. And we'll just carry on the install. And right, restart. Okay, I'm going to restart the machine. And it's, I can't remember. I think it's this part before that has let us down. We'll see. You got to the Splash login screen, but you haven't then booted into the desktop. We'll see how this works. So username and password, and here comes the crunch. Oh, this is looking good. Welcome to the first start of the panel. All right, so I'm going to use default, and yeah, it works. Fantastic. And this is really nice. I like this now. It's done everything that it said it would. So I actually installed a GUI, and it works. So you got the usual menu. I don't think there's anything extra, just the usual XFCE. There, look at that. MidnightBSD package manager looks new. And yeah, okay, it looks pretty standard for an XFCE install. See the version. And it's 4.12. Okay, that's fine. I think the latest is 4.14 or 4.16. So it's slightly behind, but it's okay. And we'll have a look at the package manager. We'll see how that works. Because I think this is new. I don't think they had it last time I looked. Or if they did, I couldn't access it because it didn't go into the GUI straight away. I had to hand alter the xinitRC file. Oh. Okay, we'll try that one again. And available software. Okay, there's no other options there. I want to see if I can get a refresh list, but doesn't seem to be a way of doing it. I'll have a look for something. I'll have a look for Firefox. Press enter. Nothing happens, so it looks like I'm going to have to click search. Okay. Firefox, it's an older version. We'll install it. Oh, license, MPL. Okay. Install. Oh. Okay. I think there might be some a slight bug or something in the installer, which is that's fine. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Terminal. We'll go to terminal emulator. Just make sure the internet's working before we try this. That might have been causing. It's working. That's fine. That's one thing I'll give this as well. On the test machine, it can be a little bit finicky when it comes up to setting the internet. GhostBSD sometimes has problems with that. But this MidnightBSD has managed to configure it, which is cool. So we're just going to type in import search Firefox, and there it is again. Import install Firefox. Yeah, okay. And we'll just download this. Amazing how many dependencies. Again, error in file, user local share applications. Okay, I think that's just... I don't think that'll affect things. Oh, and there's Firefox. So that little error didn't impact it. Your tab does crash. Do you know, funny, I got this particular crash screen last time. I don't know what causes it. It's nothing major, but it's an interesting little error. Right, so I'll look at MidnightBSD. I'll just click OK, I agree. And we use cookies, okay. And there's MidnightBSD. So, a little bit of server maintenance. Interesting down there. There's, if we do zoom down to the bottom, it said MidnightBSD 2006 to 2022 Lucas Holt. So, I don't know how many people work on it, but he's been doing the majority of it. And I say he works hard on it, so I'm not gonna knock the guy. He's put a lot of love and attention to it. And I actually learnt that Midnight and the cat symbol was actually named after a cat that he owned. I don't know if the cat's still around, but I thought that was a really nice touch. So when I read that, I kind of like that. It warmed me a little bit. So there's a MidnightBSD store. Now see, this is an interesting thing. This is a bit like the package search that you can get, or the port search on the FreeBSD site, but it's actually directly laid out on a web page, which is quite handy. So if you wanted to find something, either the old-fashioned way by going down the individual directory or doing a search, and this is I like this. I think that this particular style could work on the FreeBSD site. And there's instructions how to install the import manager. That's pretty cool. I like this. Yeah, even gives you OS version directories as well. Okay, I like that. That's good. I don't know if that was added recently, but that looks pretty cool. So yeah, this was only a quick video to see if the actual install of a GUI worked, and it did. There are some omissions, of course. I did a search for LibreOffice and I couldn't find it. Even Linus, the security audit software, is not available. So I presume that MidnightBSD has its own repositories and not everything is being ported over. Oh, that's okay. I mean, I suppose if anybody wants something that's not been ported over, you can either port it yourself or drop Lucas a message. And he does seem a decent fella. And he'll probably either say, yes, I can do it, or no, he hasn't got time. Because I think he is a full-time IT guy. So I think he does this, like Eric GhostPSD does, I think he does this as a labour of love. So yeah, I have warmed to this. It's something which I didn't want to give up on, because I think that it's good that we have different distributions, well, not distributions, different OSs derived from FreeBSD. I think it doesn't hurt FreeBSD, because each one is targeted at a specific audience. And the richness and diverseness of the different types makes us stronger, I think. Of course, you can have too many. I mean, look at the fragmentation that happened to Linux. I mean, it's just too many derivatives of the same ones. And someone comes along and changes the icons or the wallpaper and they call it a new Linux distro, which is not quite true. But yes, it's okay. That's fine. It seems to work, and I'm going to be looking at this again in depth later in a proper review. So anyway, a quick video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. This and every other video on my channel has been made using FreeBSD and open source software.